Hey guys, this is Pedro back with another interview, this time covering VCT EMEA Stage 2. My guest at this time is RieNs of Team Heretics, this time coming off of their victory over BBL Esports at the start of their run in said stage and in said competition. And so, RieNs, thank you so much for the opportunity. Congrats on the victory. And, great on starting off the season on the right foot, continuing this momentum, of course, from EWC. First and foremost, I want to ask you, how are you feeling? How good does this result must feel, and yeah, etc. etc.
Yeah, first of all, thank you. So, how does it feel? I mean, I'm super happy. I believe BBL is a really good team. We never underestimate them. Like we respect them. They're a good team. So, like it's always makes me happy to win against good teams. So yeah, it's a good start for our team. Also because we had a rough start at the beginning of the series, but we managed to come back really well. I think we were all like really confident even after the first map. Like even if we are getting stomped, it didn't matter. Like we were really confident and we trusted each other, and yeah, it was good.
I think, as you said, bouncing back from what happened in map one was like the real victory for you guys. Given that you guys were able to bounce back and finish this series, winning the next two maps in such a fashion. And so I want to start off just covering map one, and of course, it couldn't have gone any worse over an Icebox with an 11-1 first half, but you guys were experienced that, say, okay, you know what, let's put that behind us and just move on to Haven and Sunset. So first and foremost, what went wrong in Icebox? What do you think just made it so difficult for you guys to play in that map?
I mean, I think as a team, like we had some comms issues, I would say, but overall, I'm not gonna lie, I believe we didn't play like um 11-1 score. I genuinely thought that it should be closer. Like the way we played, it should be closer. Like we are not that bad. You know what I mean? Like it shouldn't be 1-11. It's I believe like even if we did good some rounds, they had like really good rounds individually. Like we had some unlucky rounds, and that's why like they just snowballed us, I would say. But yeah, as I told you, I think we just didn't play that bad to be scored to like 1-11. But there was also like some unlucky stuff, I would say. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, as I said, you guys were able to bounce back on that and move on from there. Before we move on to the next two maps, I want to ask you just sort of the composition that you guys have been showing out these days, from the EWC and into, today on Icebox. Double controller, double initiator. We don't see the neon anymore from you guys in this map. I want to ask you just sort of like the thought process behind, making that switch, and how have you viewed the teams play with that comp so far?
I mean, we thought Omen is like super strong on Icebox, so we wanted to try that comp. And when we tried it, Minibu really liked Omen, and we just gave him the Omen instead of Neon, you know. And then it was good. I think in EWC as well, we had a game that Domi like Minibu dropped 30 kills with Omen, you know. I think we liked the comp a lot, and I don't know, it just didn't work today. So yeah, unlucky.
Well, hopefully we'll see more of this comp in future matches. Of course, don't want to put words on your map, but still, nevertheless. Moving on over to Haven and map three, you guys were able to bounce back in Haven. Obviously it's a very strong map for you guys, and so continuing that momentum also into Sunset. What did you guys kind of talk about, go over, and then use to then bounce back in such a fashion to win the series 2-1?
I mean, after first map on the backstage, like I still said, I'm still super confident, because I mean it was just like really bad map by us on the first map, and then we didn't care about it. We just let it go. And even when we were about to go on stage, I said to my teammate like, I feel like this map didn't happen. So like we completely ignored the first map and just like start from the beginning. And we knew our Haven is good. Like we're still confident, as I told you. Like we were not depressed or anything. We didn't think that, oh, we're gonna lose, we're gonna lose. Like we're still super confident, and we won Heaven. And then in Sunset, I think attack for us, it was like I think it ended 6-6. It was close. Like there was some really close rounds. And then on defense, we had a super good start. And then they started comebacking us, and I think we just panicked a bit. I'm not gonna lie. Like as a team, we just couldn't play the way we should play. We just didn't do the things that make sense. We did some stupid mistakes, I would say. And yeah, and then we just kept our composure at the end, and we finished it.
Obviously, this is the third match in which you guys faced off against BBL. The most previous occasion was in early on in the playoff stage in the EWC. You guys won that one, and I want to ask you out of curiosity, was there any difference or similarities between that matchup and today?
I don't see much difference, to be honest, like individually. And yeah, I mean, it was just, I think playing against them is always like dangerous. They have like possibility to do some like crazy plays. So you're always expecting the worst thing. In Icebox, for example, today, I think there was a lot of position that they picked alone. For example, they did like crazy plays, and we were just scared to play, I would say, and then they just punished us, even like as a solo person. So even back then, like in other games, I think, yeah, there's not much difference. Like we should always expect the plays from them, and if you don't expect, it's going like Icebox, I would say. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, from that point on, talking about EWC, you guys were able to continue the momentum and actually win the competition. So, congrats on that. And obviously, it's a major hurdle to pass. You're finally winning an international grand finals after not being able to do so in the previous few occasions last year. And obviously you didn't know, you guys were very appreciative and very like impacted by the victory there, and in a way it kind of like brings about a different like environment, a different era, a different like vibe to this team now that you finally have that silverware under your or in your back pocket. How impactful has the EWC victory been like for you guys, and how much confidence it might give to you guys for stage two and everything after today?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's not something amazing, because we are always so close to winning like international trophies, and like when we actually did it, it's not gonna stop us. So it was something regular, I would say, because we wanted more, like we want more and more trophies. So this is like one of those. This is just the beginning. So it gives us confidence, obviously, because like finally we won something, yeah. But we are always at top level anyway. So like winning, like it's not something super different because yeah, I mean, I don't want us to stop after one trophy winning. So it's something that makes us happy, but it's not gonna stop us. So like it just gives us confidence to continue for other trophies.
And it's also an incredible showing that you guys showed in that event, given that some time ago you guys weren't able to make it out of the Swiss stage and into playoffs back in Masters Toronto. And with that said, I want to ask about the change for this team. In light of like the change of the meta and also like the change of environment, just having to travel from there to EWC and having to go through all of that stuff. What flipped the switch finally for you guys to be on this ascension, into EWC and now into today with the victory over BBL?
I think it was not after Toronto. It was literally after our first lose in EWC. We had a full serious talk as a team. Everyone was like super honest to each other, like all the problems and stuff. Like we were super honest to each other, like directly to our like each other's face, not talking behind or anything. Like we just talked and solved the problems. And it was a rough talk because like we just lost the game like against Energy, and it was like a big stomp. Like they stomped us, and then yeah, it was a rough talk, but I believe that was the moment that bring back the real heretics. Like everyone checked themselves, and yeah, here we are now, and hopefully we will be even better.
After this matchup now, you guys have a schedule in which you guys are going to be taking on the rest of the group, such as Gentlemates and then Vitality, Foot, and then Giant X in that order. For you guys, what are your thoughts on the road ahead? And how do you look at the opponents that you have to face in this group stage? for stage 2?
I mean, obviously they're not bad teams. I think at this level there are no bad teams. And yeah, I mean, I think we're just gonna prepare for them really well, and then hopefully we will beat them. I'm looking forward to play against Giants because I like their team kinda. Like I like some of the players there, like Cloud, Westside. I like them, so I would like to play against them. And yeah, that's it. Nothing special.
Of course, understanding the vibe and all that stuff, staying humble, and that's the most important thing for you guys. All right, RieNs, thank you so much for the opportunity, for the interview, and all
Yeah.
the insight that you provided to the viewers regarding the team. Of course, best of luck to the team for Station. Of course, I send my best of luck to yourself for the journey ahead.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.